Right, I figure we might as well get started a little bit early. So, how is everyone? Hope you're doing well. Today we're going to be doing a little bit of building. I'm going to do a little bit of a showcase of some things. There's a fair few new things, and I noticed a lot of people in the chat talking about Halo. I'm going to go over that as well. So yeah, 5 minutes early, which I don't mind whatsoever. But we will only be doing this for about an hour, maybe an hour and a half at max today. Just because I don't really have a reason, to be honest. I just don't feel like doing more than that. Let's go over some new stuff first of all, and then we'll get into building the it was over the Sentinel shuttle. We'll continue with that. That's over there somewhere. We did that in the first stream, and we'll be continuing with it today. So in terms of last time where we actually did an update, there's not as much as that time, so this won't last very long. But let's go over some stuff. I'm just going to go across it quickly. I think this is new, the V19, that's 1-to-1. I don't think any of these are new. Maybe the AT AP, I don't know. Z95 Headhunter. Then the LAAT that we did today. And then that's about it, really. That's all the newest stuff on the Republic side. Let me look at some questions while I fly over. So we've got the... we've been making more spaceships at Biscale, like 1-to-10 or 1-to-20. Yeah, those are all over there, but I like to just have a fair amount of them before I start doing tutorials regularly on them. But I am working on a fair few. In fact, one new one I could show you right now is the Nebulon B. If we fly over here, it's somewhere. Here it is, look. Pretty cool. So yeah, that's nice. In the 1-to-1 scale, so what about the V-Wing? I don't know if you mean in the 1-to-1. I haven't found a good way to make it work yet, and I don't know if I will be able to, but I'm going to keep trying. It is just very, very small. You know, it's about the same length as one of these, so yeah. We do have a 2-to-1 V-Wing. Here it is. So that's nice. Will you design your own ships of some sort? Says Mies, something I can't pronounce that. I'm sorry. That's the whole point of the Trinity series. I'll show you that later if you want. So yeah, here's the 2-to-1 V19. It's very cool. And then the 2-to-1 AT-AP. I'm not sure if I did this last time or not, but this is one of my favourite builds recently. So yeah, that's pretty much it for the Republic stuff. What else? We got the 5-to-1 stuff again. Nothing really new over here, apart from the framework for the Y-Wing, which is coming along nicely. So that's always nice. What else? I finished the 1-to-10 Acclimator. That looks really cool. So yeah, that's all done. I want to see Solo Millennium Falcon. Yeah, you'll see that in a second. Let me go through these in some sort of order. When will you release 2-to-1 scale Slave 1? Please, really needed. I do already have a 2-to-1 Slave 1, but yeah, fair point, it isn't the best. But if you did really need one, you could use that model. That is on my channel somewhere. But the new 2-to-1, I'll get to that in a minute. I don't think there's anything new here except maybe the Stap and the Soulless one. Here, Vulture Droids, Stap, and that's about it. What's over here? Oh, the Tantive 4 has been updated. This has got landing gear now, and it does have a kind of entrance section thing. That's pretty cool. What else have we got? Oh, here's the Solo Falcon that I'm working on. I did post a teaser of this at some point. Someone said, why has it got red on it? This is just temporary. This is just where it's easier to see where I've missed blocks so that I can fill them in if I put them in red, and then I can just change them afterwards. It makes it easy. So yeah, but that's coming along nicely as well. Based off this design, obviously, just modified heavily. Here we have the B-Wing that we just did. Cologne 543 made some variations of it, so this is the kind of upright version. Again, this one I just don't really like it. Not his design, bear in mind. I do like the way he designed it, but the actual ship, when it's in this form, I'm not a huge fan of it. He also did a recolor where you've got the kind of one from Rebels, and then the stood up one again. So yeah. Not sure if I showed this before. The 1-to-1 Snowspeeder. Very cute. 1 minute tutorial basically. So that will happen at some point when I've got a little bit of free time. 2-to-1 Snowspeeder, I'm not sure if I showed this before. This has been around for a while actually, but I've only just brought it to this world. And that's basically it for the Rebels. Nothing really new on the Imperial front, I don't think. Oh, except this. I'm making the Corvus, the Raider 2 class Corvette. That's going to be interesting. Nice big old engine there. Always love that. The stream's quite delayed, which is a shame. But oh well, as long as I don't get distracted by that, they'll be fine. This is the 1-to-1 Imperial Troop Transport, I think it's called. Me and Clone 543 made this. That's pretty cool. I think in the 2-to-1, I'm not sure if I showed these before. Clone made a Mandalorian ATST, and then the Mining Guild tie and the Sabine Ren customized tie. I don't know. Yeah, he made those. That's pretty cool. Nothing else really in the 2-to-1 front. We started trying to work out how a tie advance would work, but I think the measurements are a bit wrong in canon, so we're gonna have to revisit that at some point. So yeah. Apart from that, yeah, that's about it. And obviously we got the Sentinel here. This is what we worked on in the first stream. Obviously we had that side profile done, but obviously I've gone back afterwards and made it 3D basically, and it's looking pretty nice. But later on we'll be finishing these front slopes here, doing some of the neck and finishing off the head, probably adding detail to that, and yeah, just kind of filling everything in. Let me go over a few questions. Can you give a schematic on 2-to-1 Tantive 4? Well, I'd be lucky, I haven't even made that yet. When will the tie FN and SF? Tie FN is the first order one, isn't it? And the F is the Special Forces one. When it's built, I haven't made that yet, technically. So it's not possible to get this map. No, this is like my server, and it's my world where all my builds are, so I can't just release that. When will you do Mon Calamari ships? I don't know. I don't really like them, but we'll see if I ever make one. They're just so round and weird. I don't know. Do you need to be a Patreon for the Tantive 4? In order to actually get it as a build like this, then kind of, yeah, because it's still, I think it was a reward previously. It will get released on the schematic archive at some point, but for now it's like, especially with it just receiving an update, it's still pretty up to date. So I won't say I'm going to do a tutorial on it, but we'll see how it's released, because I may do it as some sort of subscriber milestone or something like that. So yeah. What else? Do I enjoy making Halo or Star Wars things more? At the minute, Star Wars, just because there's not really much new Halo stuff, and the stuff from Halo that is new is like completely up in the air with what the scale is. So yeah. Until like all the Halo Wars 2 things got measurements, I was either going to estimate them or just not build them. So yeah, we'll wait for Infinite. I just can't get over how good your building skills are. Oh, thank you. That's nice. When are you posting the world download? I'm not anytime soon. Can you make a 2-to-1 TIE bomber? Yeah, it's on the list. 1.17. Oh yeah, let's talk about that, by the way. 1.17. I really hope they are going to increase the build height, because then I can do a 1-to-1 scale Imperial Star Destroyer, 1-to-1 scale Venator. That'd be lovely. Do you think you can do a 1-to-1 scale Clone Wars BTLS8 K-Wing? Ooh, that's an interesting one. I don't even remember what that looks like. I'll have to research that. What Patreon tier do I need to be? My Patreon works in kind of like a point system where the higher the tier you are, the more points you receive per month, and then those points can be exchanged for whatever schematics you choose. And I send out like a monthly sheet with all the available ones on it, and obviously they cost a certain amount of points. And obviously, if you are a higher tier, it would be quicker to earn those points. But yeah. So, one-to-one, you should build Mando's ship. The Razor Crest? I've already made that technically, just not in 2-to-1 yet. Are you going to build a new U-Wing? Yeah, eventually. It's just not my favourite ship, but I will get around to it. I just realised I'm not showing off anything else. Hang on. This is going to be the Resistance, that long flat ship, troop transport, or whatever it's called. Resurgent Battle Cruiser. Yeah, I've made that in 1-to-10, or was it 150? Yeah, it was 150. I could make it in 1-to-10 technically. It's a case if I ever do that. What are my computer specs? I don't know. I'd have to look later on. When AT-AT 1-to-1? I don't know. Soon, probably. I was going to do the AT-ACT first, because a lot of people have asked for that, and I've already done plenty AT-ATs, so... I don't know. I might put a vote out. Is there a way I can see that list you mentioned from your Patreon? Yeah, I can publish it to the community page by all means. If you have a look on there, or let's see if I can get it on here actually. I can show you this month's. 1 second. Let's see if I can add it without messing everything up. The Tantive 4 isn't on there at the minute because it's been kind of rotated out. It was on a couple of months ago, but I'm sure I can send it out since it's already been on there previously. I'm just trying to find a way to do it. Let's see. Oh yeah, there we go. I think you can see that. That should be on screen now, all being well. Just trying to double check. So that's this month's builds. Well, not just this month. It's ignore the bit at the top that says September, December 2020. That I forgot to change that. I'll be honest with you. So this list is going to last between now and probably about May or June. So you got plenty of time to save up for them things. BP is build points. And let me double check on Patreon how many points are in each tier. Bear with me. Find it a bit nice. So it's, oh, I know what it is. It's 15 for the super patron tier. Top patron is 25 points. Ultimate is 35, and intergalactic is 60 per month. So, all right, I'll get rid of that now because I think you've all seen it now. Almost closed OBS, then that would have ended the stream. That would have been terrible. What else? Could you do a tutorial for the Republic ATT 1-to-1? Yeah, that's coming. I'm gonna remake the ATT 1-to-1 now. So, is it possible to buy all the schematics still? Yeah, I mean if I put all of the previous month's sheet on like a public access document, then I'm happy for people to get old ones. Obviously, it's just not stuff that's not like you can't get stuff that's not been on a list to begin with, like things I haven't released yet. I ignored all that, by the way, because nothing's really new there. Here's the 1-to-1 Slave 1. See you later, Nexus Unity. Thanks for coming. Possible, I think I'm caught up with the comments now. Alright, yeah. So this is the Slave 1-to-1. So that's always nice. Just needs a interior and then it's ready for a tutorial, and also need to do the upright one. This is going to be the Sandcrawler at 1-to-1. Look how tiny it is, though. This is really small. I mean, I thought when I built the 2-to-1 that it was kind of tiny, but then yeah, the 1-to-1 will be very small. Can you possibly make a tutorial of the 1-to-50 scale Resurgent? Yeah, at some point. I do need to finish the build. I kind of got 90% of the way. I didn't do the underside because I always do that. So I do need to do the underside of it, and then yeah. So I think I've covered everything here already anyway. So what I'm gonna do now is jump over to the Halo world. Seeing as the 1-to-1 Phantom is on the Patreon list doesn't mean it will not get a tutorial. No, not necessarily. I tend to put things on the Patreon list first, kind of like an early access thing, and then obviously the tutorial will come after. I'm just going to be back in 1 second. I think my dog wants to go outside, which is very typical. Don't go anywhere. I'm back. Yeah, like I said, things that are on the Patreon list don't necessarily mean that they're not going to get a tutorial. I'm out of breath because I ran. Yeah, shoot. I really want gyms to reopen. Like I said, it's just kind of an early access thing, which is part of the benefits of being a patron, really. I'm actually really out of breath. Whoever asked the 2-to-1 Slave 1 earlier, this is it, but it's going to be updated with the 1.16 colour scheme, so yeah, that needs to happen first. Hey Vitiv, welcome to the stream. I enjoyed your LAAT video. It just was very typical that it came out around the same time as mine, but yeah, it looked great. What is the name of dog? The dog that I just let out was called Henry. I have another one called Teddy. Henry is a golden retriever, and Teddy is a cross between a Labrador and a poodle. A Labradoodle. But yeah, like I said, we're going to take a look at the Halo world. However, I need to jump into 1.17, I think. We do have... Actually, let me go back to the server. So there's the... Oh, nearly crashed there. Here's the framework of the 5-to-1 Warthog and Ghost. That'll happen at some point soon. And then we have the 1-to-1 Wraith. Here's a giant assault rifle. I don't know if I ever showed this off. Obviously not finished. That's going to look pretty sick. Apart from those, there's only 2 other builds on the server so far, which are the 1-to-1 and 2-to-1 scale Jackrabbit from Halo Wars 2. So those will be nice. I think I'm caught with the comments again, so that's good. Now, I need to somehow get into 1.17 without destroying the stream. So let me see if I can... the screen might go black a minute. And if it does, I'm sorry, hang on. Or it might just switch to another input. Yeah, it's gone black, that's alright. Let's get into the latest snapshot. First Order, nothing's really new with First Order, I'm afraid. I'll get around to it again at some point. Trooper Fiver first says, what about the 1-to-1 scale Star Destroyer? What about it? It'll happen at some point, I'm sure. I'm sure I'll get pressured into it. So yeah, I may need to just change some things in OBS, but I will work it out. It's currently just downloading the snapshot, which is great. Dan D-Man323 says, if things are on Patreon, does that mean those things won't come to YouTube? Not at all. Again, it's just an early access kind of thing. Obviously, with Patreon, you get the... I deleted the comment now, okay. When they're on Patreon, they just come a little bit early. And then they get released eventually. Some of the big ones obviously may potentially not get released, but they will release later on down the line as a part of the schematic archive. So yeah. Now hopefully this has allowed me to go into 1.17. If I find my Halo world, let's say I know what I'm doing. Right, here we are. How do schematics work? So basically there are a couple of different types of schematics. The way that I tend to use them is in World Edit. However, I used to use MC Edit, if you've heard of that, and also Amulet Editor is another way you can use them. They're basically a file extension, which is usually either .schem, so .schem or .schematic. So yeah, that's basically what they are, and that's the way that you can basically copy these builds, and then someone else can then take it just as it is and import them into a world in the simplest way. So yeah. Halo world. So this is the 2-to-1, obviously. Nothing really new in terms of actual build, but in terms of updates, pretty much everything here is going to be retextured. So this is the Mongoose again, but this time with all the 1.17 blocks. These ones are like the best thing I've ever seen in my life, because these are like a perfect UNSC green. Just experimenting with this Warthog here, I think that's pretty good. The build is slightly different as well. You can see the difference in the colours between that one and that one. Looks obviously a lot more contrasty. You got the black windshield instead of like the grey. Looks really nice. The Scorpion is another one that really benefits from all these new colours. Yeah, it really looks great. But yeah, Grizzly, I've only converted half of it over to the new colours, but you can see it's going to look fantastic. All the things from Halo Wars, like this is the Halo Wars green in my eyes. It's so close in actual coloration. They are waxed, by the way. These slabs and stairs, waxed weathered cut copper slab. So yeah. Again, you've got like the Hawk. I haven't fully finished doing the Hawk, but yeah, Falcon really just benefits from those extra colours. Looks absolutely fantastic. And the Hornet, right? If I go a bit further back, this Hornet just looks like realistic. It really looks awesome. I love that. Yeah. But apart from that, I mean, the only other things that really need changing are the Covenant colours. You can see I've started to like experiment with using these slabs and stairs, but I'm not really a big fan of how the purple looks on them. I did that with the Wraith recently, but I'm really hoping they add something that's a bit closer to the purple, which would be really nice if it was. Purple is something, but it's more pink. Again, it doesn't really work. So So yeah, I don't know. We'll have to see if they ever add anything that's closer. Is the schematic archive a Patreon thing? No, schematic archive's open to everyone. I will, someone reminds me, I'll post it in the description when the video goes live. So, so yeah, but it's open to everyone. It's just a media file. Is it media file? I haven't used it in so long. Mediafire. It's a Mediafire link, and it's just a load of schematics, old and new. Got some awesome stuff in there, like the Kessel Run Millennium Falcon, all 3 versions of the Millennium Falcon in there now as well, I think. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in there. Halo and everything is in there. So let's look at the 1-to-1 scale world. We can look at the frigates as well while we're there. So that'll be nice. Yeah, and again here, these things, obviously this Banshee is mainly using the crimson colours, and you get that kind of Halo 2 sort of coloration for the Covenant here, which isn't bad, but I don't know. I don't know how I feel about it. I wish they would just add something that was like a slab or stair version of that. That'd be fantastic. So yeah. And then we got the Scorpion in 1-to-1 scale with the new colours as well. The Falcon in 1-to-1 scale with the new colours, and the Hornet as well. These ones use a effect like if you played Reach, there's certain vehicles in that game that have like a kind of blanked out canopy, and this is what it's meant to represent because it couldn't really fit a canopy in there. Or in Halo Wars, all the vehicles have like an orangish canopy. That's what it's meant to represent. Lucas says you can download and install a mod that gives you all concrete colour slab, stairs, fence, gate, wall and sign. That is true, and I would 100% do that if everyone could do that. But obviously we've got people who play on Xbox and people who don't do mods. And to be fair, I don't really like building with mods either. But it's a good suggestion if it wasn't for tutorials. Here's what I showed off earlier, and this is my favourite example of the waxed cut copper. Is that it just looks so good. This is like the perfect build to me. So yeah, this looks great. So yeah, and then again, Phantom and the Scarab. These are kind of just experiments. You can see the Scarab still has cobblestone walls instead of anything else. So this was from 1.12. But yeah, and if you haven't seen these before, if you've been like watching all the Star Wars stuff and ignored everything Halo, you don't have a choice now. I'm going to show you anyway. 2 of my largest builds over here. This is the Paris class frigate from Halo Reach. Absolutely huge. And if we can finally get to the top of it, I'll do a quick overview. But yeah, these are both 1-to-1 scale. I say Charon out of instinct, but I think it is like, I don't even know how you say it, I'll be honest with you. It's more like Chiron or Charon. But yeah, I'm still going to say Charon just because it annoys people. Wait, you have early 1.17 features. Yeah, that's just how snapshots function. You can install snapshots while they happen, while they're released. Sorry. You just have to go into your launcher and enable it. But yeah, this one is slightly too wide, and I can't remember if it's too tall or too short. But it is perfect length, which was good enough for me. But and I don't take this as definite, but I may remake this ship, sadly. And there's the old one. If any of you remember that, if any of you remember that, then there it is. That's the old one. Is there going to be a tutorial? If you mean on these, absolutely not. No. Maybe ask VT if he'll do it. He might do them. How much time did you spend on it? This about a month, I think. That one probably a couple of weeks as well. So yeah. Anyway, that's all the Halo stuff. Let's jump back to the server now. I'm gonna have to restart Minecraft again. Or is there anything else I can show you? In fact, while we're here, actually, I will. I'll go to the city. I'm going to ruin it because it's 1.12 and I'm not going to be able to edit it again after this. But I can't be bothered to relaunch. Let's load the city and hope it doesn't destroy itself. So this is something I've not shown in a couple of years now. This was something I worked on for a long time. It looks way better with shaders, but sadly I don't have shaders on this edition of Minecraft yet. I don't think they're even available. But yeah, this is the city that I was working on, and it was nice. But I said this before, I got really kind of chaotic with it, and I couldn't decide really where I wanted it to go, direction-wise. So like, it originally started out, and I remember this forever. There was one house like there, one there, one here, one there, and then like one here as well. 5 in a row, and then it was kind of like a sort of postmodern, like ultra-rich neighborhood that I was working on. But then over time, I thought, I want to make it into a city, and instead of just expanding on it and making the city over there, I just deleted everything, and then I made like a full city, deleted that, and went over everything with these like pavilion sections. And yeah, I kind of just messed the entire thing up. And so sadly, I'm not working on this anymore. But I may take a lot of these buildings and sort of like remake them in a new city on the server. And that's kind of the main plan at the minute, is to take a lot of inspiration from all these buildings that I made, because the majority of them are custom. Some of them take inspiration from buildings, but for the most part they are entirely custom. Do you use the 3D doors and trapdoors texture pack? Yes, kind of. I use like a custom resource pack thing, but it does include 3D doors and trapdoors. So yeah, and here's a Ferris wheel, which looks cool. Anyway, that's the city. Let's get out of there. Don't want to see that anymore. Not without shaders anyway. It was made with like shaders in mind. I want to see if there's anything else I can show you before we start building the Sentinel. Devent gaming. Okay, I'm not in the Discord, so I didn't know. If someone could post a link to the Discord, or do I have to do it? I'll see if I can do it. Hang on. Let me see. There we go. You can join the Discord in that link. Oh, I'll give you a throwback if you want. Let's go to... I'm going to do this in a particular order, I think. Any of you old Halo fans? Let's have a look. Do it in like the reverse order. Maybe my favorite. Yeah, but erase my favorite shipping style was the LAATC 1-to-1 on my birthday. Lol. Oh, happy birthday for like 3 days or 4 days ago. Whenever I released that. Glad you enjoyed it. I remember you said that there might be a 1-to-1 AT, ACT and stream once. Do. Yeah, there will be. Soon. I've got it kind of laid out, ready to build, so yeah. Let's see if I can load this one. Okay, yeah, here. So this is the last version of the old Halo world, so if any of you long-time fans, I know Darksider, you'll know this. You'll remember that build for sure. Because you were the one who requested this. So yeah, it's a big throwback to the olden days. This is the kind of stuff I used to make, by the way. Let's kind of find like my average sort of build from about 5 years ago. Yeah, I mean, these sort of things were pretty average for me. So, and then over here we have all the Halo stuff just flying, flying in one direction, and then all the kind of good guy stuff flying in the other direction. Big river in the middle. There's the Valhalla Tower. If I can fly any faster than a snail's pace, that would be fantastic. But yeah, there's that. Here's the fire base. There's the Karan class frigate. Shall we use the old Star Wars 1-to-1 world before the new builds? Oh, I will do that actually. Yeah, that's a good idea. Will you ever do an interior tutorial for the Star Destroyer 1-to-10 scale? I doubt it. You'd have to ask Clone543 for that. He's in charge of interiors most of the time. So, yeah. Right, so we've done with that one. That was like the Halo world as it basically ended. I don't know how long the Parish class is, but Nebula and B takes around 12 hours. Put it this way, Vitiv, the Parish class is 535 blocks long and about 130 or 40 tall, I can't remember. And quite wide also. I can't remember how wide exactly. Trying to find the next oldest version of the Halo world. I think it's this one. So this is kind of when the channel started to grow, was with like just after the Mammoth tutorial and stuff like that. So there's the old frigate like I showed off earlier. And here's a massive custom base that I made. Someone asked if I do custom builds, and I used to do a lot more custom builds. So I just sneezed, sorry. I'll bless myself because you guys can't because it's very delayed on my end. Oh yeah, here's the original Halo 2 Scarab Darksider. If you remember that, this is the one with the Halo 2 coloring. Yeah, that was the actual one you asked for. Can you do a tutorial on the 2-to-1 because anti-class cruiser, please, please, please? Maybe it may be coming. It may be happening. Will you make Millennium Falcon with interior? I already did. It's on the videos list. It's my most popular one. If you sort by most views on my channel, you'll be able to find that. ATDP exists. That's just disgusting. I don't hate it as much as I did. I'll be honest with you. I still hate the self-propelled heavy artillery from the Republic side. So the Paris cruiser is technically smaller than the Nebulon. Is it? No, I don't think so. No, the Nebulon is only 300 and I think it's just 300 meters, isn't it? I can't remember. I can tell you. I can you tells us which Namni on the ship tutorial that is scale 2-to-1. You're gonna have to rephrase that because I don't know what that means, I'm afraid. Won't be surprised if a higher class tutorial reaches 20+ hours. Yeah, me too. I would make the Gozanti immediately if you did a tutorial on it. It's in the works, I will just say that. Will you do any Star Wars EU ties, 2-to-1 or 1-to-1? Yeah, I've been looking at Extended Universe or Expanded Universe, whatever they're calling it. Legends stuff. I think there's one thing on the world currently which is Legends, and it's AX something. I can't remember. If Clone's still in the live chat, I'm sure he'll give you the name of it because I can't remember what it is. So, will you ever make a 1-to-1 scale Juggernaut? Yes, I will. I will be doing a tutorial for that. I just don't know when. It will be the next. I don't even know if it's classed as a Insanity tutorial. It will probably be an expert one. For any of you who don't know, obviously my videos have 6 difficulties: simple, easy, regular, hard. How many is that? Wait, expert and Insanity. For context, the Millennium Falcon, the 6-hour one, was insanity. The recent LAATC was regular, I think. So Juggernaut would be somewhere between those two, I think. One-to-one Saber, yeah, potentially if I get back into the swing of the Halo stuff. When Infinite comes around, Halo will be like forefront, I'm sure, for the tutorials. Do you think you'd make any more updated large-scale Covenant ships, carriers, corvettes? I want to remake this, I'll be honest with you. I want to make this again and in like full scale, because this is 200 meters or something. The actual ship is 300, so it's slightly underscaled. I want to remake it, obviously, with my current level of detail at 300 meters. It would be absolutely mad. So yeah, that's a project for another day. 7th difficulty, that's basically just every single build that VTIV makes is the 7th difficulty. So, yeah. What else? Oh, someone said they wanted to see all the Star Wars 1-to-1 things. Yeah, we'll jump into that. Oh no! I loaded it in 1.17. All of these, didn't I? I think. I'm still in 1.17, aren't I? Yep. Oh great! I've ruined all these worlds now. Fantastic. I'm gonna quickly reload my Minecraft. 1 second. Nightmare should be another difficulty. Yeah, it would be if it existed, but so far it doesn't. Not for me anyway. I just finished a 1-to-1-ish Consular class cruiser. That's cool. It's a nice looking ship from the top, but I still haven't finished mine because I don't know what the underside looks like. Except for one reference image. Will you build this Imperial cargo ship with Rogue One 1-to-1? Yes. That will happen. Right, that shader. Why does that look so weird? Huh, that's strange. Oh, okay, this is interesting. I don't know. Is this 1-to-1? I can't tell. Yeah, it must be. Okay. I guess that never got finished anyway. This was the old ATT, the old ATAP. Actually, it looks kind of similar to the new one, I will be honest with you. The 1-to-1. This was way bigger than 1-to-1, actually. No, not really. Not way bigger. A little bit bigger. That's the old 1-to-1 ATST. Looks very chibi. Would you ever consider perhaps a 1-to-1000 High Charity? Drop the size of High Charity in chat and I'll have a look. I can't remember how big it is, but I know it is blooming massive. So. Oh, hang on. I didn't readjust my scene. Hang on. I know. 1 minute. Bear with me. I didn't switch my scene back. There we go. Alright, hopefully that's back now. Silly me, not my fault. I'm just waiting for it to catch up on my end, just so I can see it in the. There we go. Yeah, it's back. Yeah, so this is the old 1-to-1 ATAP, the old ETA2, the old MTT, the old ATT, the old ATST, the old AT80, and then the old Lambda. This is huge, actually. Old Sith Infiltrator, the old Corporate Alliance Tank Droid. That is terrible. Vulture Droid, I was going to say I didn't have a 1-to-1 Vulture Droid, but I just remembered I do. 1-to-1 land speed, that's kind of cute. And then I'm going to go back to that one in a minute because that's the biggest change. 1-to-1 TIE Fighter, actually, that's a big change as well. Bomber, Interceptor, Advanced. This is the old 1-to-1 Slave 1. Massive change from the new one. The old 1-to-1 Falcon. Well, not technically old, it's just... oh no, that's the new one. Stupid. That's the one. Y-Wing is too big now. There's another version of that. A-Wing's also too big now. X-Wing was completely updated, and the Snowspeeder is too big. And then the old Tantive 4, and the Falcon again. So yeah, the LAAT is over here, and this is the one that recently got replaced with the one we just did in the tutorial. And you can just see the stark difference in the size of this. So it's, I think this is, yeah, this is about 21 meters long instead of 17. And you can just see how fat it is. There's a lot more interior space though, it's a shame. Or is there? I don't know. I don't know if it's just a an effect of how wide it is. But yeah. So yeah, that's the LAAT 1-to-1 scale. Is there anything else you want to see while we're here? Well, not here in particular, but just in these worlds before we start building. Let me know in the chat. Let me look through my worlds again. Anything I've missed? Oh, I was working on a new Halo map, adventure map, but I made a little oopsie poopsie and cut off the world at the sides if I can find where it is. I've kind of lost it now, actually. Oh, there it is. There you go. But yeah, the rest of it looked great, to be honest, though. Looks very cool. Is there an interior to that Phantom of yours? Yes, there is. There is. Yeah. What else? I don't think I've got anything else. We need to go back to the server now, I reckon. I hope the game's not crashed. It's kind of stuck on this saving world for a while. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I don't think there is anything else really. Could we see the Halo 2-to-1 world? I've already shown it in the stream earlier on. I'm not going to go back and do it again. It will be in the replay. Once this video goes live, so just watch the video back. So if we go to show Dreamland again, it's not really that interesting. It's in spawn anyway, on this server. If I could type, that'd be absolutely lovely. Yeah, this is Dreamland here. Just this big castle on this floating island thing. And this is the spawn area. I don't know if you've ever seen this. It's not finished yet, but it looks good. It'll be nice when it's full of people. So, yeah. Right, let's go back to... that's not my name. There we go. Let's go back to the Sentinel and we'll get started on building that. I'm probably going to look at ending the stream at... What time do I start? It's going to be either 8:30 or 9, depends how into it I get. But we'll see. We'll see if I get into building this. So that's the 1-to-1 model if you've seen it. If you haven't, here it is. It's got a full interior. 75 seats, I think it's supposed to be, or something like that. All I know is however many seats it says on the wiki page is how many there are here. I made sure it was exact, because I'm a stickler like that. And then here we have the 2-to-1 model. Interior wise, there's nothing yet. Does feel does feel a little bit too skinny, I think, but I think that's just because I really stretched the boundaries of what this interior could fit. Pressed it right up to the walls, whereas these have kind of like thick walls, so yeah. Anyway, so I need to build the round bits on these like I did here, but I kind of want to keep it the exact same as what I have here, but obviously on the back. One thing I can do first though is grab a wand and flip this down, because it needs to kind of be mirrored. So if I grab that and go to, we'll just do it to here for now. Ah! Oh, I don't like that. Oh, where's my dark UI gone? Ah, there we go. 2 to 2 is the forbidden scale. That's just... Oh, that doesn't make any sense. I can't fathom out why you'd say that. Alright, if we copy that and then flip it down. There are way easier ways to do this. I have a very particular way of doing it. I think that's right. Yeah, there we go. Now that... Nah, I did that wrong, didn't I? Because it's not... There we go, that'll be there. There we go. 5 to 1 scale speeder bike would be cool. Yeah, that's already been made. Well, not made like on the tutorials side, but it will come around eventually. Can you show 1 to 1 Lambda interior? Yeah, there isn't much though. I think there's just some seats in there, but not many. Yeah, 6 seats. And like a gun rack or something in the middle. Forbidden scale. What else could I do while I'm here, actually? I'm getting my references up before I begin. So for reference, the picture that I'm using currently is window capture. Hang on, there, that one. So yeah, that's from Rebels. They really did change the Sentinel from Legends. See if I can find a picture of it saved, so I can show you what it used to look like. I can't even find a picture of it now, actually, to be honest with you. Ah, yeah, this one. Let's see if this can... not that one, hang on. Properties. That one. That's what it used to look like. There. So it had like a thinner body. The head wasn't as raised up. The wing didn't have like all the lambda stuff in between. And then the back section was pretty much the same. But, yeah. It makes sense though. Like, with 70 odd people needing to be inside it. The body would need to be thicker, I suppose. So, makes a bit more sense. It's just a shame because it was a cool design, I'll be honest with you. But yeah, oh well. So I'm going to work on, I think, this back section for now. Because we've got this raid section here, but we've got to fill all this bit in with something. Probably going to bring these carpets around and join those up. And then probably fill this area in with something else. Because I don't want it to be just carpets, that's going to be really boring. Now it does look like towards the raised up bit, based on the reference image, that it could be sort of like sloping a bit, like that. So I could potentially use snow, but again, it does raise the issue that it's going to be very plain. I will try it, but I can't guarantee it's going to stay like that. So if you watched the last stream of Minecraft, we did basically the side profile, and then I basically just 3D'd the entire side, just using basically eye kind of reference, because there's no width for it given, and I kind of had to just guess, and I guessed with the 1-to-1 as well, so you know I am kind of working with very little here. The only measurement we have is the length, which is a shame. But yeah, back to this. Like I said, again, I could do it like that, but obviously the only block that actually gets that height is snow. I think trapdoors are slightly shorter than that. Yeah, because trapdoors, if you compare it to snow, 1 layer of snow is that, and 2 layers of snow is that, so it's somewhere in between. And I could use trapdoors, but again, the only colour of trapdoor that I can really use for this is either iron and very occasionally birch. So that's going to kind of suck. I mean, I could always do a mixture of trapdoors kind of here in these ones and have them kind of indented. I suppose. I forgot to read comments, so I'm just going to have a quick look back. I once tried to make a Scarif Minecraft build, but I only got 1 week through before I gave up. 1 week's still pretty good, to be honest. I last about a night on a project and then I fed up a bit. What is your favourite faction to build from Halo Star Wars? Star Wars probably Imperials, Halo, UNSC. Is there a 1-to-1 scale speeder bike? No, it's too small. Did I just see a 1-to-1 Mining Guild TIE Fighter? Yes, you did. Clone 543 made that. That's over here. Someone made a 9-to-12 scale Venator in Space Engineers. You're going to have to... What's 9-to-12? That's 3/4, isn't it? I'm assuming that's what you mean by 9-to-12, but that's a really weird way to put it. Wow, never realised how much to change it. Yeah, it's rubbish. What is your least favourite of your own build? I don't know. This is a 1-to-1 Mining Guild TIE Fighter, by the way. Again, made by Clone 543. I don't really... If I don't like something, I get rid of it and remake it until I do like it. That's what I do. Even the massive stuff. I think in the old days of the channel, one of my least favourite builds was my Halo Covenant Phantom, the 2nd edition of that. It was one of like the worst looking things I've ever made. So you could always go with that one, I suppose. So I'm going to do 2 on that side, 2 on that side. Stack these across. We'll do another 2 on either side. Stack these across again. Maybe change some in the middle just to mix it up a bit like that. Now we could do potentially carpets here. Put some light grey ones in. Kind of make it a bit different. If we kind of do that and join it up. Put carpets in here. And then snow. We could do snow single layers in there actually. Like that. You get this basically. By the way, I wouldn't try and use this as a tutorial for this because it most likely will end up changing. So don't try and copy. Now when it comes to the side, by the way, give me your opinion in the comments. Do you want me to leave the reference image on screen while I do it so you can kind of see what I'm doing or what? Let me know in the comments, because I'll put that up if you want it. What I will do is I need to experiment with what kind of materials I'm going to be using in place of the white concrete. Obviously I'm going to be using white concrete, yeah, but then there's going to be like white wool, polished diorite, probably normal diorite as well, maybe a little bit of sandstone here and there, white wool like I said, smooth quartz, normal quartz, maybe white concrete powder on like the fin and stuff. Obviously nowhere that it's going to drop out the bottom, that'd be annoying. And that's about it for the white blocks actually. Maybe bone. I don't really use bone on Imperial stuff though, I only use it on the Republic white ships. But maybe that's something to look into actually. But they tend to keep the ships more clean than the Republic did. So, yeah, whatever. I'm missing the kind of side vents here. If you know the Lambda, you'll know it has like side vents on this race section. But obviously I haven't got it on this yet. This was perfect, by the way. I think we did this in the first part. This ramp that goes just straight up. And that's like pixel perfect as well, which makes me really happy. Alcestrus, when the build height gets increased and people start recommending him to build a 1-2 Star Destroyer at Pain. Yeah, no, it is something that I've thought about doing. I have got the framework for it. But it is whether or not they do actually increase it, because I don't think they've confirmed it yet. It's just been speculated that they will. I don't want to get my hopes up just in case they don't. But I'd actually rather see sideways slabs before I see a build height increase, I'll be honest with you. Because sideways or vertical slabs, whatever you want to call them, would be just an absolute godsend. They would make everything just completely different. I'd probably have to remake everything here, but I wouldn't care. Yeah, I would care actually, but it would make my builds just 10 times better, which would be interesting. So let's fill this area in with slabs now. So like I said, I'm going to use quartz. Let's move all this stuff to the side. Polished diorite, normal diorite, smooth sandstone, and then I'm missing one. I need a smooth quartz slab. There it is. Can we see you build aeroplane for fun tutorial? What kind of aeroplane? Can you show us how to make the Juggernaut? Yes, that'll be at some point soon, because it is something that I have wanted to make for a while. And Clone has joined the game. Welcome, Clone. And before anyone else asks, no, this isn't an open server. It's literally something that me and him work on as a team. It's a very, very early stage development right now. So yeah, I'm going to fill this in with certain blocks. Replace a few of the ones I've done before. Those were just kind of framework, temporary. I don't want to go too overboard with these three, because they are kind of just meant to be sort of highlights. And I might not use smooth sandstone after all. I will use smooth stone slab actually. That is one that I do like to use. Passenger aircraft. Yeah, potentially. I do want to expand past, Star Wars and Halo. I have built a passenger aeroplane before, but I think I showed it on the community page, but that was about it. If enough people expressed interest in it, then sure. Well, obviously I don't want to be wasting my time if no one's going to watch it. But I do like aeroplanes. I like helicopters as well. So yeah, we've got a random selection of blocks here. I think that looks okay. May take out some of the random ones. But yeah, it's mainly going to be quartz at the end of the day, isn't it? So yeah, I mean, we could mix the diorite in with the stone. That could look alright. Yeah, I think that looks a bit better actually. Might do a little bit here. Is this going to be a tutorial? Potentially, but not anytime soon, and it would be like a mega tutorial, so I don't know if it would be that popular anyway, so I don't know if it's worth it, because obviously the Lambda is pretty popular, but then the Sentinel is very obscure, I'd say. Well, if Alcestrus won't, then I'll do it myself in case they increase. Can I burn the village? I don't know. I like using the village. This is the thing with this server, is that it's obviously made on a flat world where the normal Minecraft structures generate, and then you can like go inside the house. You look outside and you just see these absolutely gigantic creations that just have no place being in Minecraft really. And it just it feels a bit surreal. So I like to keep the villagers around, sadly. Unless they're in the way of something, in which case I do get rid of them. What about the AT-ACT? Will there be a tutorial? On this model, not yet. And not anytime soon, really. But there will be on the 1-to-1. I have got that planned. So, at the end of the stream, burn the village. Why are you so obsessed with burning the village down? Michael says, I really like your Jedi Fallen Order AT-AT. Thank you. I made the Rebels version of it. The actual Fallen Order version with the vines and the water is made by Clone. It's the same build, obviously, in its basic sense, but obviously all the vines and that were made by him. And the nice underwater environment was also made by him. Looks pretty sick. I don't think it has one for the 1-to-1 model though yet. Something for future maybe. I will build it. I tried to build all your 2-to-1 scale builds. That's good. Someone here likes committing arson. Yeah, that's Matty Joe. Hi, how are you? I'm good. How are you? I can't say your name, I'm afraid. I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I don't want to mess it up. But yeah, it's all going good. Are you gonna make a? Are you gonna make? I made a Gary the Snail Enforcer Troy using Gary colours. Oh, that's cool. You should post a picture of that. Oh, Greg. Oh, hi, Greg. Are you going to make a 1-to-1 scale Darth Vader's tie? Yeah, if we figure out how big it actually is, because the measurements that it gives us on Wikipedia don't seem to be very accurate. Speaking of not very accurate, I can't tell if these engines are way too huge. I think they might be. I'll have to come back to that later. I think it's just a case of making the these bits thicker. I don't think they should be half a block thick. Hello, Sister. Thank you for so many fantastic builds. No worries. I try and do my best. I'm glad you like them. Matty Joe, it's just satisfying to watch it burn. Okay. Okay. Remind me not to hand you a flint and steel on my server. And I sucks on writing English, which is why my sentence sucks. Don't worry about it, Lucas. Not a problem. It's just obviously sometimes it can be a bit hard with the language barrier, but we get there eventually, don't we? Do you remember me? I think so, yeah. From, can't remember if it was last stream or the one before. How long did it take for you to master making these ships? I've been doing Star Wars since 2016, but I've been building since 2013. But in terms of mastering, I wouldn't even say I'm mastering this. I just keep trying to improve every time. So, but yeah, I mean, in general timescales since 2016, I'd say for Star Wars. So, so we've done that bit now. Need to get back on track. So hey bro, what is your server? I'd love to see some build for you. So it's not open yet. The server isn't open yet. I'll say that again. Sorry if you weren't in the stream at that point. It's not an open server currently. It's currently in early stages, so it's just a place for me to build at the minute, really. So I want to fix this top surface. Obviously, with it being full blocks, I can probably kind of buff a lot of this out and make it a variety of materials. Let's make it replace white concrete, quartz block. So what I'm doing here is basically just making a mix of blocks so that I don't have to do it all by hand. Are you going to watch the Super Bowl tomorrow? No. I'm not into that, I'm afraid. I built a large Lego Mandalorian fight, and it's all custom. Oh, that's cool. I don't have any of the Mandalorian sets. Because I can't afford Lego at the minute. I can imagine that loading onto one of Ancestral service for the first time would be a spectacle like none other. Excuse me. I mean, that's kind of the hope of when we open the server, is that's how people will feel. If he gets better each build, he will soon master maximum builder capacity. He will reach god level, then we will be a mercy. I don't plan to abuse any power. If I was to achieve a god level status, I would use it for good. I'd love to see 2-to-1 Ugly Starfighters. Yeah, that's an idea. Do you have the TIE Outlander? Yes, I do. We'll need to get back to this. The server is in Java, yeah. What other materials? Diorite. I can always remove them if some of them don't look right. What other ones do I use? White concrete, quartz, block, smooth quartz, white wool, diorite. Let's just stick with that for now. I've done something wrong here. Oh yeah, I've added a comma at the end. There we go. I could add some smooth... Yeah, I'm going to replace the diorite with smooth stone. Actually, I've changed my mind. I don't like that. Do you play in Bedrock? No, it's Java. It's different, isn't it? What made you decide to build on your channel? I don't remember. It was 2013, I think, when I started this. I just built stuff from Halo, and I was like, hey, this looks pretty cool. I'll show people what I made, I guess. And then it kind of just stemmed from there. So, so what I'm going to do here is, because I kind of need it all to be on the same level. It doesn't really slope on this one. If I do kind of like a I am British, yeah. Can you show us your smallest build? I'm not sure what the smallest one is. I think it's the droid stap. I'm going to quickly go over there. I won't get distracted, I promise. That's the droid stap. You can try and build large Star Wars characters. Fun fact, actually, in the kind of 2017-2018 phase of the channel, when I was doing the 2-to-1 stuff, I did envision it as kind of like a collector's series compared to the 1-to-1. Well, I wasn't really doing 1-to-1 then, actually. I was doing kind of non-scale stuff. But I did make, like, characters and stuff. So, yeah. I mean, that's something that I had considered anyway for the 5-to-1 series now that that's kind of like the big collectors only line. Because it's not just collectors, to be honest. If you want to build the 5-to-1 stuff, you can always go for it. It's just going to be hard. Have you ever been... have you always been a Star Wars fan? No, actually. I haven't. I'd say since probably about the age of 10 or 11. I was. But never like I am now. And I've never read a comic or anything, I'll be honest with you. Not just Star Wars, I've genuinely never read like comic series or anything. Do you know how to do like infantry and battle droids and stuff? Kind of. I mean, it would work kind of well in 5-to-1, but it doesn't really work in 2-to-1 or 1-to-1. So, right, let's get back to this. So what was I even doing here? I can't remember. So if you do white carpets all the way to the front, Jack Richardson ever been in a relationship? Yeah. Yeah, simple answer. Right, so I'm just kind of doing like a checker pattern at the minute. Well, not really checker, I suppose. Sort of just filling bits in. Mate, you got to love a good tunic, tea cake, or a digestive. I mean, I like a digestive. There. Some of your builds I used in my world are the Enforcer Droid, Droid Gunship, Vulture Droid, and Spider Droid. Nice. That's always good. Glad to hear it. Now, it does seem to have a line down here, so I'm going to use light grey carpet for that. It stops about there, I think. Rich tea is superior. I've never liked rich tea biscuits very much. They always just break. I think the chocolate keeps them together. That's why they're good for dunking. Is that a line? I think it might be a shadow, actually. I'm going to keep it for now. I might do the same technique as I did here. Kind of add like trapdoors and stuff. Yeah, that's kind of cool. I like that. It gives it extra detail, more than is actually in the show. So that's always fun. Do you support BLM? Yeah, of course I do. But yeah. I left for a few minutes and we were all talking about biscuit science. It's not really science. It's just, you know, chocolate is good for keeping biscuits together. It's just nature. This is going to be a tutorial. Someone asked that earlier. I think maybe if people are interested in it. I've been AFK for 5 minutes. What I miss? We started talking about biscuits and stuff. So I got really inspired to Star Wars from The Mandalorian. By the way, have you watched The Mandalorian? Yeah, I've watched it. It's good. I like the dark. Oh, I won't say anything in case people haven't watched it. I just started doing my one-to-one Paris class. How many hours do you think it took to complete? A month, something like that. Hi, how did you make droid head in your tutorials? It was using player heads. I can't remember how you even do it. If Clone's still in the chat, I'm sure he can give us a hand because I genuinely don't remember. I think you have to kind of rename the head or something to a player's name. I honestly don't remember. But I've got like a wall of heads somewhere that Clone made for me. So I just use that whenever I need droid heads. I'm just going to quickly get a 3D model of the Sentinel. Because I need to see what's in this gap. And now I just can't find the model that I was using before. So that sucks. I think this might be actually. Is it? Wait, let me try Sketchfab. Sentinel class landing craft. Found it. Yay. If I ever release this, I will put the 3D model in the description and credit to that because it is very helpful. Right. There we go. I'll be back in a second. I'm just loading everything back up. Wow, I missed a lot of comments there. Ever played Assassin's Creed Black Flag? No. I did see it before it was released though. When I went to my one and only convention that I ever went to in Manchester. Do you have the ATOT? Not yet. Trying to work out the size of it. Have you built an Imperial Light Cruiser? Yeah, I have. I did a actually no, not the Light Cruiser. Wait, I'm trying to work out which is which. Someone said there was 3 variants of it, but I don't know if there is. So, from what I can work out, there's the Arquitans class light cruiser, which is the Republic one, and then there's the Command cruiser, which is the Imperial one. That's basically what I got from that. What inspirations do you get for your builds? Like, is it seeing a ship on the films and thinking, I want to build that, or just something different? Just, I don't know, whatever comes to me, whatever looks cool, whatever people have been asking for. Would you make some Star Wars fanon builds? Maybe. I was thinking about doing some of E.C. Henry's designs, obviously with credit to him. Especially that Nebulon B Imperial model. Just going to quickly readjust my window, so sorry if the stream goes black for a second. Oh yeah, Fractal Sponge is good as well. I've got like three windows open, trying to readjust them all. I'm not going to answer which part of England I live in, I'm afraid. Favorite kind of music? I don't know. I don't really have one. I mean, the music that's playing right now, I hope it's still playing, actually. Hang on. Yeah, music's still playing. I just had to check. You worried me there. Yeah, so I like this kind of music, but it's not my main. I do like sort of heavy stuff as well. But again, I don't really have like a definitive answer for that. Have you done a tutorial on 1 to 100 scale Separatist Star Destroyer? Because you've done one on the 1 to 2. I've never done a 1 to 200 scale build. Never done that, so I don't know what exactly you mean, I'm afraid. So, based on my reference, there's like a bit down here that goes about to there. If I get some stairs, put those here, and then this section in between is like black, but I don't know what it's supposed to be. Bye, Greg. Thanks for coming. How long does it take to make a video? A couple of hours, usually. Like the ones that are, you know, like take for example the LAT from today. Took a couple of hours. Obviously, you've got the recording time. It was about 40 minutes recording, and then I had to edit that, and then also get it uploaded. So, yeah, that's about how long it takes. I'm currently just trying to work out how wide this is supposed to be. Can't tell if I've made a mistake or not here. Well, not a mistake. I don't make mistakes, obviously. No, I'm joking. I do. But this needs to be a little bit wider, I think. Oh, actually, that can fit in there. Maybe that's right. Maybe. I think there's a chance I need to slim this down a little bit, which I am going to do now. There we go. But then I also now need to fill in all this with something. I don't make mistakes taking that. Alright, clone. You go ahead and take that. Yeah, I'm just going to use snow all the way across. There we go. Yeah, that's good enough for me. I can make that longer now, or wider, and then that thinner. There we go. Your tutorials are so good, and I built your ATM6 and it's so big compared to what it looks like on your video. It blew me off my feet. Yeah, it's pretty huge. It's over here actually. Thanks for saying it's good. Yeah, it's massive. Look, this is probably the biggest tutorial I've ever made. But obviously the Falcon had the interior, so that's the longest one. But yeah, it's massive. Would you ever make a 1 to 10 Lucre Hulk? I highly doubt it. Well, maybe build it, yeah, but not in the tutorial. It would still be like how big is the Lucre Hulk? It's like 3,000 or 5,000 meters. I can't remember. So I mean, 350 meters, 500 meters, yeah. Still massive. Could potentially be built, but again, would never be a tutorial. Maybe try 1 to 100. So yeah. Anyway, yeah, back with this. Let's carry on. Let's keep going. Let me just read that comment. If a scientist makes a mistake, it's a new theory. If an explorer makes a mistake, it's a discovery. Etc. makes a mistake, it's not. Yeah, pretty good. Pretty accurate. I don't make mistakes. I just make happy little accidents. Yeah, I regret everything. So I'm making the ball turret now on the back, which I don't know why it has a ball turret here, but it does apparently. I'm currently working on your design for the Halo Wars 2 Firebase. I never made the Halo Wars 2 Firebase. I know which one you mean though. That was Halo Wars 1 model, but I appreciate your kind words. And it is, yeah, much larger than I expected. That cannon's massive. Wow. I'm gonna have to move it up, I think, because it's gonna hit that. Yeah, if I move it to here. From the cave update, what would be your favourite new block? The waxed cut copper, slightly weathered stairs and slabs, because it allows me to completely change the way my Halo builds look. I think that's the only one that comes to mind at the minute. So, yeah, there's your answer. Real quick. This thing is huge, isn't it? There we go. That's the back cannon. A little bit of detail in here. This will be mostly random, I reckon. Just add a stair there, maybe. A bit of diorite or something. Do some diorite up there. Do some diorite up there. Do some iron bars. Could go in there. Maybe some skeleton skulls. Could you make a video on ideas for like Star Wars ship interiors? Your best bet would be to ask Clone543 for that one. He could help you there. He's the master of interiors, as he claims. See, when you place it in rods on fences like that, I can't seem to get that to work for some reason. Is it because I play on Xbox? I'm not really sure how the Xbox game works in general. Apparently some things you can do on PC just don't work on Xbox. My builds are primarily meant for PC. You can always find workarounds for it, I'm sure. You might have to do like all fences or something. But there is always ways to get around it. It might just be a case of you having to work out what to do to fix it. But because I play on PC, mine is basically based on that. So I'm going to use an observer here, put it sideways. And that gives that some detail. For this in front, there's like a little... Just going to put a button. Nice and easy. So I'm going to end this stream in 5 minutes because it is almost 9 o'clock. So we'll wrap this up slowly. Just do a bit more building. But then, yeah, we will eventually wrap this up. Time to burn the village. I'm not burning the village. That's my lookout spot. I'll do it in the next stream. What I will do before I end the stream, though, is I'm going to copy over what we've done so far, which admittedly is not very much. I've got too distracted reading comments. But, you know, it's been fun, hasn't it? So yeah. Probably going to leave the detail at that for this. I'm just going to add another couple of skeleton skulls here and there. Does Clone have a channel? I don't think he has one that he uses. So I'd say no. If he wants to post that himself in here, then go for it. But I don't think he has any content. Yeah, so that's that copied over. That looks nice. There we go. Yeah, looks lovely. It's got a turret now. Awesome. Let me teleport to Clone, actually. I want to see what he's doing. Where am I? Oh. You doing it. You're doing the tentative interior. Oh, I spoiled your surprise now, haven't I? Oh, I'm sorry. I'm going to leave. I'm going to get out of here. Before he shouts at me. There we go. So yeah, I guess that's technically tentative for V2. Because it has an interior now, I guess. So... Anyway, yeah, I guess we got 3 minutes. Let's see if I can quickly do a bit more of this neck design. I do have it in cyan here. Shout. I do have it in cyan, but I'm probably gonna do it in white instead. It looks more white on the reference I've got anyway. He's mad at me now, I think. Oh, I'm sorry, man. Ruined your surprise. I'm going to take out these bits here, because obviously this gets covered up by the neck. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah. And then it stops just below there. What else can we do? I don't think there's anything else I can do apart from build, really. Oh, my voice just did a right good crack then. What's lovely. You mess with the clone, you get the danger dome. I don't know what that means, but it sounds terrifying. Oh, Death Star exits hyperspace. Wow. Yeah, my voice is really going now, by the way. That's why I'm sounding very croaky. I'm going to build this section in cyan and then just convert it over afterwards, I reckon. That's probably the best option. I'm going to change all this to be polished andesite across there. But then... because it needs to slope a bit inwards. If your voice cracks, your opinion doesn't matter. Yeah, that's true. I've become completely invalidated now. You know, at my age, voice cracks are rare, but sadly, it slips through once in a while, and then you become nothing. There we go. I think we add another layer of slabs on top. That takes it to where it needs to be. Your opinion privileges have been revoked. Ah, that's a shame. There we go. Now, this kind of needs to... it's like a really awkward level there. Right, I'm going to take this to the middle. I'm going to fill this in. I'm going to copy over and then I'm going to end it there. So the video is going to be up probably straight afterwards. So you can check out any bits you've missed. So that'll be nice. Right. Yeah, let's copy that over and we will finish it there. Flip Rigid. There we go. Is that paste? I can't remember. Yeah. Yeah, I pasted. Good. Right. Anyway, thank you for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Whether it be a stream or what. Well, it won't be a stream. It'll be probably next week or the week after. I'm going to try and do these either every week or every 2 weeks. So, anyway, guys, thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. And goodbye. Thank you for tuning in.